Welcome aboard the QE2. We are Elizabeth and
Larry Hunterblank, and we're excited that you'll be joining us for a sail aboard our boat. And in order to make your time on the water safer and more enjoyable, we thought we'd help by outlining some of the safety features of QE2 in advance of your time with us. Over the next few minutes, we'll take you on a virtual tour of our boat and show you some of the safety features that it has to offer.
it is not our intent to scare you or generate concern that you are embarking on a very dangerous activity. It's important to note that in over 35 years of sailing together, we have never had occasion to implement any of these precautions. However, out of an abundance of caution, we want to share these measures with you so that you will hopefully be more comfortable and can be more thoroughly enjoy your time with us while under sail.
It's not our intent to review all details of safety, but rather we want to focus on the 5 things we think are critical for you to know. They are, number 1, safety gear. Where do you find a listing and a location of all the safety gear that we have aboard QE2?
Number 2, life jackets, where they are stowed and how to find them.
3, fire extinguishers. Where are they located on the boat in case we need them?
Number 4, man overboard or MOB. What to do if somebody should fall off the boat. Now, let's admit it, it's most likely going to be this guy sitting right next to me. Frankly, this is the primary reason we're making this video, because he wants to make sure we bring him back alive.
Exactly. And 5, a mayday call. How to make it on our VHF radio.
Let's begin with a quick review of the safety equipment you'll find aboard our vessel. While we don't expect you to memorize all of this information, you should know how to locate it in the unlikely event that the need arise. A listing and diagram of the location of all of our equipment can be found in our safety management plan. This binder is stored in the starboard, that's the right side of the boat as you face the bow, lazarette locker.
Now, the location of the locker is identified here. This plan not only shows where the safety equipment is located, but also outlines steps to be taken in the event of many different emergencies. Everything from fire on board to abandoning ship. Please make sure you know where to find this document. It's become our standard practice to wear our life jackets whenever we are out for a sail. And while we encourage you to wear one, we're not going to require it of you unless you intend to venture outside of the cockpit while under sail. However, during evening sails and or inclement weather, we are likely to ask you to don a life jacket. If time allows, 7 inflatable life jackets can be found in the starboard locker of the V-berth.
However, if an emergency requires the quick use of a life jacket or other circumstances prohibit easy access to the inflatable jackets, 4 Type 1 life jackets can be found in the black storage bag located on the davits at the stern or back of the boat. In the case of any emergency, we will ask that you put on a life jacket as a first step in our emergency response. There are 6 different fire extinguishers aboard the QE2. We also have a fire blanket on board primarily for galley fires. Given that most fires aboard a boat are caused by a faulty electrical connection, we carry a large carbon dioxide extinguisher. It is located at the top of the steps of the companionway as you enter into the boat from the cockpit. There is also an automatic extinguisher located within the engine compartment, which will be activated in the case of an engine fire.
The other extinguishers are located under the port seat of the cockpit, in the port locker of the master suite, under the sink in the galley, and in the starboard locker of the V-berth. In the unlikely event that someone should fall overboard, as a guest, we will ask that you help us by taking the following steps. Should you first see someone fall overboard,
Number 1, alert everyone of the event by shouting, "Man overboard."
2, If you're closest to the helm, that is to say the steering wheel, hit the red MOB button that's located on the lower left-hand corner of that panel. This sets the location of the MOB on our chart plotter so that we can find them more easily. It also engages our thermal camera in what's called a slew to queue and focuses the camera on the GPS location where the MOB button was engaged. Consequently, we need to hit this button as quickly as possible after the event.
Number 3, pull the black pin on the back of our MOM-9 inflatable. This drops a small raft with a 9-foot pylon, which then automatically inflates. The raft allows them to get out of potentially cold water and allows us to more easily locate them.
4, throw the Dan buoy. This also has an inflatable 9-foot pylon with a nightlight to aid in their location.
Number 5, throw any other materials that will float, including our white floating cushions, etc. This not only provides the person in the water to remain afloat, but it also helps create a debris field in the water so that we can more easily find them.
6, if you can see the MOB from the boat, point to them and keep your eye on them at all times. Shout encouragement to them, such as, "We see you," or "We're coming for you."
Number 7, finally, be available to assist us in the retrieval of the man overboard as requested.
Now, should you be the victim that falls overboard, there are some things that you can do to assist in your recovery, including:
make sure your life jacket is inflated. If it did not automatically inflate, pull down the yellow handle, which is typically located on the right side of the jacket toward the bottom.
Number 2, swim to and utilize any of the flotation materials, especially the pylons that were deployed from the boat. Get into the raft if possible so that you're out of the water, especially if it's cold. Utilize the flotation devices to help you stay afloat so that we can more easily locate you.
Number 3, if it's at night, make sure the light on your life jacket is on.
4, whistle regularly using a whistle that is attached to your life jacket. Nearly 80% of MOBs are first identified and located by a whistle that someone on the boat hears.
Number 5, if the life jacket is not perfectly fitted, make it work as best you can. For example, adjust the crotch straps if you have them.
Keep watching for our return and help us locate you by whistling, yelling, and waving your arms. Do what you can to get our attention.
Number 7, if the water is cold, keep from chilling and losing excessive body heat by using the help position. It's a fetal-like position that helps to trap your body's warmth.
And finally, maintain a positive attitude. We are coming for you, and we won't leave you. In the event that an emergency requires us to ask for assistance, most likely Elizabeth and I will be doing what we can to address the event. While that is underway, we are likely to ask your help by making a Mayday call so that we can notify the Coast Guard of our situation and ask for their help.
Our VHF radio is equipped with what is known as a Digital Selective Call, or DSC. The red button on the back of our radio handset engages the DSC call. Open the cover on the back of the handset and depress the red button for 5 seconds. This will activate the call. You then have the option to enter the nature of the emergency we are experiencing. If you can figure that out, please notify them of the event. If it seems too complicated, don't worry about it and proceed to make the call on the VHF using channel 16. By pressing the red button, you've notified the Coast Guard that we are in need of their help. You will have also sent them our name and identification, along with our location from the pre-programmed information contained in the DSC call.
Now, to make a Mayday call itself, make sure the phone is on and the radio is turned to channel 16. It should display 16 in large letters on the front of the screen. Hold the talk button and follow the script shown below.
These instructions, along with the script, are located throughout the boat, but specifically under the starboard lazarette locker lid and inside the lid of the nav station. Our position, the longitude and latitude of our location, should be displayed on the face of the VHF unit. These numbers show a west and north reference. If not, it is also displayed on our chart plotter. In the illustration below, the coordinates shown are 36 degrees.
As we said at the outset of this video, in over 35 years of sailing together, we have never had an occasion to implement any of these precautions. Now, we tell you this in hopes that this video doesn't scare you into thinking that something terrible is about to occur while you're on board with us. However, we do believe in being prepared. That's just the old Boy Scout in me. And we believe in being safe while on the water.
We will briefly review these issues with you once you're on board, but for now, with these steps and your preparation, we can all enjoy our time together safely on the water. We are looking forward to sharing our sailing experience with you.
Welcome aboard.